Now we already know that steel rule dies can cut through multiple layers of card and paper at any one time, as well as cutting some fantastic materials from the thinnest handmade paper right up to things like chipboard. But because of those unique properties, it also allows us to do some really creative folding techniques. Let me show you a couple. Firstly, I'll take a piece of cardstock and fold it in half like so. This is what I call my hinge. That's where my fold is. Now, if I laid that on top of my star die like so, I just cut two perfect stars. This time, what I'm going to do is draw that back and leave a little bit of blade showing there. That is going to be my hinge. From here, all I need to do is place that neatly between my two cutting plates, roll that into my machine and wind through. And what we have, instead of two star shapes, we have this wonderful, wonderful little gift tag. Look at that. Isn't that clever? You could punch a hole in there, you could write a message inside, you can even stand this up. You can make mini cards, place settings for children's parties, weddings. It's entirely up to you. So we're going to move from a single fold to a double fold. This time we've taken a sheet of standard card, folded it once and once again. Now this is slightly different. I'm going to take my die, and rather than place it across the die, what I'm going to do is I'm going to push that into place. And you can see here that I've left two areas of blade exposed. And that is going to give me a double hinge. So I'm going to sandwich between my two cutting plates, place that into the machine. And again, even though we're cutting 4 thicknesses of cardstock, it feels like one. It's perfect. And it's the steel rule blade that's doing the work, not you. So we'll take that out. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4 perfectly cut stars. Isn't that fantastic? You can see here how it's created a frame. You could do this with flowers, you could do this with butterflies. It's endless. It's entirely up to you. But what you could also do is have one of those wonderful little reveals that we have in scrapbook pages where you could have a name there. It opens up, it contains messages, it contains photographs. But that's where your creativity comes into play. So, that's 4. How about 8? Why stop at 4, I say? Let's take this sheet of thin paper, and I must reiterate that. It has to be thin paper. You can't do this with thick card. I'm going to fold that once, and then once again. So that's 4 thicknesses already. Now this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to pinch the corner there and fold this into a point. And that's 8 thicknesses of paper. Then I'm going to lay it on my die. This time I'm going to use the smaller star. And in the same way as I did last time with the 4, I'm going to slide that into place, and there's a little point there and there. Those are left exposed, and that's going to be my hinge. So I'll sandwich that between my two cutting plates, roll it into the machine, and again remember it's the blade doing all the work. So that is so simple, so neat, so effortless. I'm going to roll that through, and out the other side comes my star. And instead of 4 layers, this time what I've got is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Isn't that great? Could you imagine that as a frame on a scrapbook page or a card? It's entirely up to you. You choose the die, you choose the paper. It's your creativity and it's your project at the end of the day. Now finally, I want to show you an accordion fold. This is where I've folded the paper 4 times, but it's not as simple as the last time. What I have to do is when I fold it, is to ensure that this is narrower than the die itself. So when I fit that on top of the star die, you can see there's a little bit of blade showing there, and a little bit of blade showing on this side. That is going to create my double hinge. These are perfect for making borders for your scrapbooks or card making projects. I'm going to place that into the machine like so and wind it through. This time we have 4 perfect stars, but rather than fold that in a circle, they fold that in a neat row. Isn't that great? And if you want to see more of these techniques and projects based around these techniques, why not log on to www.sizzix.co.uk.